Hello, my name is Rupan Das. I'm a student of Masai School. Currently, I'm in revision unit in the software development batch. So today in my assignment, which is DOM manipulation in JavaScript, I need to demonstrate DOM manipulation. So first of all, what is DOM? So DOM is a document object model. So it's a tree-like structure which a browser creates whenever we load a web page or load our program. So it creates a tree-like structure of the nodes. So by doing that, the browser can read our data properly or our code properly. So we can use we can use some technique to manipulate that DOM tree. So we call that DOM manipulation. So let's see in the code and the thing I need to demonstrate. So first I need to create a simple HTML page and heading, paragraph, and button. So let's create that. Let's create an HTML file, text.html. Now I need to create a page with heading, paragraph, and a button. So let's create a H1 heading. This is a heading. Okay. And next create a button for this heading. So I have created one H1 tag, which is the heading, and I have created one button because I need to change the heading in the question. I need to change the text of the heading after the button click, and then I need to change the color of a paragraph, and I need to change. I need to add list of items, and then I need to remove an item or element. So let's do the first thing, which is uh, I need to change the heading. So let's create a JavaScript file first and connect it with HTML. Okay. So let's run the code. Okay, we can see the heading is coming and the button is also there. So let's go on the JavaScript file. For heading, let's give a no need to give ID. So I'll use query selector. So let's no, I'll use tag name. So let's use that. So let h1 equal to document dot get element by tag name, and then the tag which is h1. So it will give a list of tag h1. So that's where we need to specify like which h1 I need. So the h1 I have only one, so the index 0 index h1 I need. So I'll get that h1. Okay. Then after clicking the button, so the button name is I have given the ID as HPTN. So after clicking HPTN, my text should change. So that I'll give the same name HPTN document dot get element by ID. Let's get ID, and my ID is HPTN only. So I'll get my HPTN. That means my button. So what I'll do, I'll after clicking that HPTN, one click, I'll take the one click push. Sorry, one click property, and then what it will do, it will change the text of the H1. So one click, I'll do, I'll H1 dot inner text. I'll change to uh, some text, random text. This is the text after changing. So let's see the browser. We can see that the text is changing. So you can see this is the heading, and then this is the text after changing. Okay. So the first question is done. First one is done. Next is change the color of a paragraph. So let's create some paragraph. I'm creating three paragraph. Last name. Okay. So this first paragraph. This is second paragraph. This is at paragraph. Okay, so I have given the class name is para. So by clicking one button, I want to change the color of the paragraph. Let's change like okay, let's give a button, but ID. Let's give the ID is para button, and let's give the button name is click to change color. Okay, let's see. It's coming. Click to change color. So that's now not working. So I need to write it code. So let's first get the elements, which are the para and the button. So I'll get para equal to document dot get element by class name. Okay, so we'll get element by class name, and the class name is what is the class name? Para. And get the class. Next, what I will do, I'll get the button. Let's btn equal to document dot get element by ID, and I have given the name as para btn only. You can see. Okay. Okay, so I'll get the button also. So on click on that button, or I can use event listener. In event listener, what happens? We can use multiple events, but by doing directly on click, it will only do only one event. So we can use event listener also. So let's use event listener. Btn dot add event listener. Here we'll add the events. Could be multiple events or click event or double click event or mouse over. There are multiple events. Events means the things which users do to interact with that particular with this or that particular DOM. So I'll give event which is click event. Then function which I'll write now. I need to change the color. Okay, so one click on that. What I want to change? I want to change the color of the all paragraph. So that's why I need to use the loop because I want to change all the paragraph. It will give a list. So I need to change that all the paragraphs. So let's get let I equal to 0 and less than para dot length -1 and plus. Okay, what I'll do I dot style dot color equal to red. Okay, let's see why all the colors are changing or not. Not changing. Why is not changing? This time. Okay, I'm just giving the index number, but not that paragraph. So so as you can see, the color is changing. So what I have given, I have not given the equal size. Now it will change all the paragraph. Yes. So this function is also working. So let's see the next question, which is add a new list of item dynamically. So I need to add a new item again and again dynamically. Okay, so let's create that thing also. For that reason, let's create one list here, another list, and I'm giving the name or ID equal to UL or another list, whatever. Okay, so now let's and create one button. Let's give IDs. Click to add list. Okay, this is the name of that button. I'll name the button as add list. Okay. Next, let's access these things like the another list document dot get element by apple. Have I given anything? Okay, only I have given ID, so we can use ID get element by ID, and then the ID name was UL. UL. Next, I need to access the button. So let's at least document dot get element by ID So I'm accessing both the element. Now let's add the functionality. Like for every click, I want to create a new list. So let's use uh, add list dot on click What I'll do, I'll create one list. Let list equal to document dot create list. And so I create element and I'll create a list li. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll add that list into that another list. So first give some value here, list dot inner text. I'll give inner text. What I'll give new item. Okay. And now I'll add append that list into that another list dot append child. And what I'll append the list. So let's see. So whenever I click, one new item is added, another click, another item is added, another click, another item is added. So this is the uh, third question. So the last question is remove an element from the DOM. So I need to remove an element. So let's remove that paragraph only. So let's create another button. I'll create here only button ID. Suppose delete. Click to remove. So I want to remove an uh, I want to remove an paragraph, for example. So click to remove. Now it's not deleting any paragraph, but whenever I'll click next, it will delete the paragraph. So let's write the code now. For deleting paragraph, I need to first access the paragraph which I'm accessing here, para, and then uh, I need to suppose I want to delete the last paragraph. Every click I want to delete the last paragraph. So first I need to access the last paragraph. So here I'm accessing the paragraph, but now I'll access the I'll create a I'll I'll just access the last paragraph and then I'll delete. Okay. Last paragraph equal to here para dot length minus one. So from that para, or I can write here from here I'm accessing the last paragraph and then so let's create one button. Okay, I already created. To click that, first access the button and just copy here. Just name the paragraph, rename it. So ID is delete. ID is delete. So delete para. So delete here. I can give delete button. So now if I want to delete the paragraph, I want to delete the last paragraph first. So let's use the event or just create a one click. So delete ptl dot on click. What I'll do, I'll access the last paragraph and I'll delete. Okay. So first I'll check if the paragraph is present. So if last paragraph is present, what I'll do that last paragraph dot remove. This is a function, remove function. So now let's check. So here is working. Here is working. List. I'm adding new list. It's working. So I want to delete. So click. It delete the last paragraph. Again, if I click, it delete. Okay, what? It's not deleting again. Okay, I'm not using for loop to every time access the class paragraph, but I'm deleting that paragraph. So this is my answer for the question, which is DOM manipulation in JavaScript. Thank you.